Yeah, I'll say this, man. You ended up being right about a lot of shit, especially like, I'll say this, like you're the main reason I didn't get the second jab, man.
That's good.
I got the first one. But when I was like, wait, Q passed up on $9 million? I gotta look into this. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't need the jab.
So thank you for that, though, Q.
Oh, no problem.
You saved me from a potential vaccine injury or myocarditis. Or
I'm glad you didn't. If you didn't need it, you shouldn't get it.
That was a crazy time though, because like at the end of the day, like you had kind of become the poster child for like anti-vax. And I'm curious, as somebody who had the FBI come after them at a certain point in time in their career with NWA in the 80s, Tipper Gore, etc., to having like mainstream media and like social media come after you for something else. Obviously, totally different things. What were the difference between dealing with those two things, and what was crazier?
Well, I mean, for clarity, I'm not anti-vax.
Right, but you became the face of it.
Well, yeah, without a doubt.
Listen, just like RFK's not anti-vax.
Yeah, well, but so you have to for anybody who thinks I am,
you have to make it clear.
You got to make it clear. I've been vaccinated before as a kid,
right.
with all the shit
flu
they give you
and all that shit. Yeah, of course.
But no, don't take flu shots. But the childhood vaccinations, I've gotten them before. Okay, but those were studied for years.
Right.
This is some new 6 months fast track bullshit.
Yeah.
So the difference was me. I knew it was nothing they could do to make me do it outside holding me down and sticking it in my arm.
Right.
And I felt like nobody was going to do that. So, I knew that bad press, people coming down on you, people talking shit, I've had that before.
Right.
And that don't kill you.
The dust always settles.
I mean, at the end of the day, in a flood, you want to be a tree.
I love that.
You see what I'm saying? You want to be steady while everything is
chaotic.
Rushing by.
While everything's chaotic.
Stand your ground, stand on your beliefs. Let the chips fall where they may. I was willing to take, any kind of, consequence for standing on what I believe would actually harm me and not help me.
I love that. Did you feel like, because since then, I'm not sure, from at least my recognition, I haven't seen any new Cube movies. I know you're working on, like, I think Warner Brothers just greenlit a new Friday, or that's in the works, right? But did that affect the whole hysteria around your decision? Did it affect you getting new movies after everybody realized it wasn't that big of a deal?
You never know. You never really know why movies don't happen or didn't happen or what. So, I got my hunch that it probably did. The first movie that we lost was the one you talked about, which was a movie I was doing with Jack Black called Oh Hell No. and
buddy cop stuff?
Nah.
Okay.
It was it was a comedy, but it wasn't buddy cop. But that was the first one. I wasn't gonna go on nobody's movie set that was wanting me to take the jab, so I probably lost out on a few.
Right.
I was in the middle of shooting a movie, the Clarissa Shields boxing story. I was the trainer, and we were shooting in Canada, so I couldn't go back and shoot because I wasn't.
Yeah, Canada was not playing.
They was real strict. So lost that one. And when the movies came back, I was offered to do a movie, but it was during the strike. So now,
So you don't want to cross picket line.
no. Even though I had an I had a SAG exemption.
Just the optics.
Yeah, but what is an exemption during the strike? Either we striking or we not.
Right. What are we doing? Right.
An exemption to me was useless. I would never take an exemption during a strike.
Someone told me recently that even though like that strike was about AI, like they recently just struck some like AI deal, like the movie companies that kind of made it like kind of crazy that that strike kept all those people out of work for all that time anyway. But I don't know. That you probably know more than me.
AI. You're gonna have artificial entertainment now.
It's wild.
Yeah,
it is
like
crazy.
have artificial fun.
Have they made any artificial intelligent songs with your voice? Because that's a thing.
They have.
That's got to be wild.
Yeah, it's the wackest shit you ever want to hear.
Terrible.
I mean, it's for shits and giggles, but I couldn't see nobody buying it. I couldn't see nobody.
No, I don't think anybody would buy it.
Turned on by it to the point where it becomes a hit record.
I think what's going to end up happening in the future is when artists die, maybe 100 years from now. There's going to be
but who wants that shit?
No, but you never know. Maybe in 50 years, an artist might be like, "Look, I got this book of rhymes. When I pass away, have AI."
Yeah, but that's still
it's whack.
You pick an artist. Here's why you love different artists, actors, singers, especially songwriters and rappers. Directors. You like them because of the choices they make.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
The beats they pick.
The choices they make is what you respect.
Right.
So when you take them out of the choice making, you're really not getting the artist's work. What if they got Prince? They do a Prince song and got him singing some shit he would never sing.
It'd be crazy.
Saying some things he would never say.
You know what's funny is when Pac died and all those albums were coming out.
Yeah.
And I remember there was an album called Loyal to the Game, and it had like 50 Cent on it and Ja Rule and all this shit. And I just remember being like, it's cool, but like, I don't know if Pac would have did a song with these guys. So it just felt weird.
It is weird. It is
as opposed to like putting him on an album with like people he actually was peers with, but it's like, okay, who's hot, who's current? Let's throw him on these unreleased Tupac records, reproduce them, and then it's like it's like almost like a blend or a mashup mixtape as opposed to like an album.
Yeah, and you don't get the same feeling from it
at all
because they were not there in the creation of this. So you don't even know if these are his choices or these are records that he even wanted out.
That's the key, right? Not everything that gets cut, not everything that gets recorded is supposed to hit consumption.
Because some of it is just ideas. Some of it is, not good enough for the public. Some of it is, whack. At the end of the day, it's a reason why it hasn't been released.